and welcome to the latest episode of $1 Million Stairs. I'm Nathie Katzoff, artist and designer here at NK Woodworking Design, and today we're going to feature the Hive stair. It is a really cool stairway we did a number of years ago. It took 11,000 hours to make, and it's just one of those pieces that I consider a real masterpiece. And I think many of my team who worked on it would say the same. It's one of the most complicated wood curved stairs ever made. It has thousands of compounding curved pieces, all hand-shaped, that compose the outer balustrade. And it also has this really cool curved stainless steel soffit that also is a compounding curved base. It's not only curved in its radial direction, but it also has like a convex shape of it, and it was really cool. The way it was made was kind of like an airplane wing. It's a hollow, sort of tensioned, hollow cord, basically, curved individual piece. So it was super cool, and this is the part I'm talking about right here. You'll see it in some of the slides that come forward. I don't have a lot of video when we made this. I just have a lot of pictures, but I think for those who can appreciate artisan craft and complex stairways, are gonna get a real kick out of this piece. Follow along, you'll see photos of some progress stuff, you'll see photos of the finished pieces, and I'll kick into gear with the finished ones because those are the most sort of striking. But really the process of this stair was also equally cool. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, let's see some cool work. Like all stairs, we'll build big forms, and this one was no exception to that. We had to make forms for every different component, for the balustrade, for the handrails, and so that's just an active part of all of these multi-dimensional curved complex projects. Unlike lots of carpentry or woodworking that is rectilinear, all these curved components take an enormous amount of time. You can't just measure once and cut. There's not any sort of jig you can use to just get an angle. You have to scribe, cut, shape, and the people working on this develop a very intuitive sense, and they also develop, all sorts of techniques, but these take, no matter what, even someone who is incredibly proficient and fast, these take a long time to make each of these. Okay, another really cool aspect to this that is, it's actually hard to see in the photos, is the fact that the balustrade is curving out on the bottom, and when we get up to the balcony section here, it's actually rolling back in. That was actually, I think, a really cool element of the design. You can appreciate it a little more in real life than you can just in the photos and what I'm going to show here. But I'm really happy with the way that turned out from a design perspective. I just think that's badass. It did make it a lot more complicated, again, making every single piece in the whole stairway unique. But it also made it just a little extra cool. When you see things that are curved that are just straight, they're really simple to make, and when things have, arcs in multiple directions, they become complex, but they also become beautiful it's funny too, looking at this video, I don't know how many minutes it's gonna be at the end, but it is really crazy to summarize, you know, a whole year of a significant team's work in a few minutes of slides. It's actually, this was just, you know, people coming in, sanding, shaping, cutting, fitting, assembling. This is a really, really significant amount of work that went into. For those who can develop the eye, I think you can see the difference between this stair and something that's just functional. So I think us as people, we're all really attracted and magnetized by curved shapes. And I don't mean that in just like the obvious ways, but I think just like, I think there's something from a design perspective that's just intuitively beautiful, and it's one of actually the issues I have with a lot of the modern design softwares, is that it's so simple to just draw stuff rectilinear. And you see this all the time in modern architecture. It looks like it was just like printed out of a SketchUp tutorial or something. But you know, pieces that have really a lot of drama and curves to them are just generally cooler. So I think this piece really brings that.